Hey everyone, this is Fi. Today I'm checking out Cache Sample. This is a game that has been around for a little while, I think. It seems like they've been pretty consistently showing up in the demo days. For whatever reason, I haven't played it up till now. Not for any particular reason. Just never got around to this one, so we're going to try that out today. I did notice right off the bat running the game here, it's got this kind of piano music going on here. It's pretty loud. I turned it down like a bit in the capture, hopefully it's enough. I always like to recommend people to compare the level of your audio in your game to some other games you have downloaded. Try and get things kind of in a ballpark range there. I notice a lot of games play sounds a lot louder than they need to. That being said, let's go ahead and read the game page here. Cache Sample, Steal, Heist, Collect. Cache Sample is an old school RPG which main inspirations are GTA, Pokemon, and robbery. Play a scenario and level up your characters, your phone apps, your estates. Collect hundreds of items like TVs, meds, jewelry, socks. Some houses are full of surprises. Unlock a roguelite heist mode that will pair you with unique robbers. Play several minigames to unlock items, money, and more. The principal aspects of this demo are listed inside the game via dialogue. Default controls: F2 is toggle FPS, please display them if you make a video. We can do that. F4 is toggle full screen, F5 is reset / check for controller. I guess I'll try out the controller then. Arrow keys to move, enter key to validate, escape to cancel, page down is fast dialogue, that's a strange choice. And B is to open phone, huh. Seems like an unusual control setup, so you have, I guess, primarily the arrow keys and enter. And then you've got page down and the B key for whatever reason, so it's kind of strange, but that's okay. We'll give this a shot. That's all that's on the game page here. So, let's get rid of that overlay. I did have a little bit of trouble getting this to work with OBS for some reason. The game capture option wasn't working. The game wasn't hooking in. I changed it to window capture and this is working, so it should be okay, I guess, but just thought I'd point that out. I don't know why that would be the case. Let's get that FPS on there for you. I guess we'll go into options here real quick. Always run is off. It didn't mention a run key, so that's interesting. Memorize battle menu position off. Okay. Battle camera on, keyboard config, volume music. Alright, got all your volumes here. Let's go ahead and go to new game. See what happens. So it is using the mouse in the menu here. Those flashing icons indicate saving loading. Do not turn your system off if you see them, okay. That's not something you usually see in a PC game, but it is true, you probably shouldn't do that. Alright, Robbie, let's go ahead and stick with the default. Alright, welcome to the Alpha 0.3 of Cache Sample. This game aims to be an old school RPG. The main aspects of the game should be a story scenario with missions, collecting hundreds of items, randomly generated heists, and minigames. So I'm noticing this music in here is a lot quieter. So I'm actually going to, let's tweak the capture level just a little bit up there. Randomly generated heists and minigames. In this 0.3 alpha, you can experience the furniture looting system. You can get 35 items from the medicine and sodas collections. Okay. There's 20 TVs with different spawn chances. You can index, collect the soda collection via the PC in this room. This game is in heavy development. Expect bugs and little content. Thank you. Alright. Oh, what? I'm up here, okay. So I thought I was this guy in the middle. Apparently I was this guy. It was a little disorienting. What is... Okay, so... Is it a grid-based movement then? And it's got a little... Looks like a context-sensitive action here. So that's interesting. So it's kind of annoying, I'm noticing, to use both the arrow keys and the enter key. presumably it's not really an action game, but even so, like, if I can use both hands, like my left hand on the enter key and my right hand on the arrow key, so I don't have to like keep moving back and forth. It's just a little weird to kind of put your hands all the way over to the right side of the keyboard like that. Hey, what's up? Intro message, what's in this demo? What is cleaning? What is the tag zone? Ask for apartment key, cancel. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the controller here, see if that might do something. He said F5 was to reset / check for oh, there it goes. Alright, so it seems to work. It seems to work with the thumbstick even, so that's nice. So yeah, this is comfy to use instead of the keyboard. Alright, we already saw this. Basic mechanisms and art, basic fights, proto, furniture looting, big items to steal via the tag zone, one model of room to clean, several randomized rooms planned, 2 kitchen families with 6 furniture models total. Weight limit prototype for the inventory, indexing via the computer in this room, a mobile phone system for inventory / apps. Seems like there's a lot of systems going on here. It's interesting. The act of stealing without being traced by Taggle Incorporated. Excuse me. Small items are not all traceable, so they're stocked in protecting containers. Okay, big items are 99% of the time traceable thanks to the Magnus network. You can scan big items' barcodes to break the Taggle traceability and steal the item safely. Alright, so basically they have like a barcode attached to them and you just have to get the code cleaned so that it's not traceable and you can steal it safely, I guess. The tag zone is the result of displaying a virtual zone where you can scan your big items. By connecting to a capable device such as house intercoms, the Magnus network can trigger the tag zone, providing there's enough computability power on the network. Alright, a little confusing. Ask for apartment key. Sure, here it is. Listen, in this alpha there's only one room you can clean. I'm gonna follow you and wait outside, alright? It's on the first floor. Before I forget, take this. See blue phone. You can press the B button to watch your phone. There's not much in it yet, but it'll receive upgrades as time goes by. This phone is modified by one of my guy, Magnus. It can use the Taggle apps without you being spied on. It will also display the current states of the furnitures inside a location. Alright, I said enough, let's go to the first floor. And not the ground floor, the one above it. Okay. Looks like there's not like a pause menu or anything. That's okay. So, I like how the developer apparently put a little bit of effort into kind of neatening up things for the demo release and kind of explaining that this is a demo and there's he sort of made it so you can't mess things up too much, I suppose, so it's kind of nice to see that. There's something else I was going to say and now I don't remember, so that's unfortunate. Alright, so I noticed there's a few little errors in the English here and there. It's always likely that developers don't use English as their first language or whatever, so worth noting that there are some little errors here and there. It's not very much, but I just wanted to point that out. There's also a little... Alright, so it's kind of annoying that I can't talk to this guy again if I want to, because I can't turn around to face him, but that's not a big deal, I'm just mentioning it. I did notice that there is a... Oh, I like the sound, the little computer sound, that's awesome. And this, like, Windows look. That's pretty cool. I guess we just go to the red thing. That's what happens. Oh, this is grid-based, okay. So that's why it feels weird. Alright. Oh, it's making the little noises. I love it. So I don't know what all the N's are. Indexiness. Maybe that'll be explained later or something. Nice little sound effects. guess it's backing up. So what I do like is that this big button's right here in the corner, so you can't like miss it or anything. Like overshoot it. Can is not coded yet. Okay, so I noticed there's a little like a car horn sound effect that's very subtle that plays when you're like selecting options in the dialogue. And it's really kind of trippy because like with my headphones on and everything, it sounds almost exactly like someone outside my house here has just like locked their car and it made the noise or whatever. It's kind of funny. Sort of like, I don't know if you've ever been in a car and you were like listening to the radio and some song came on that had like a police siren in it, and you start looking around for a police car. It's kind of a silly thing. This all says alpha. Does that just mean that these are blocked off? Yeah, I suppose so. So again, looks like I was... Be careful with the elevator once inside. If you press the number of the floor you're at, it'll get stuck. Apart from that, I think it works kinda. By the way, it's a bug, not a feature. Yes, someone thought it was a feature. I should change the way I present things, I guess. Alright, so again, some effort put into kind of making the demo a little cozier to play now. Okay. So this is progressing. It's a little subtle. Okay, I guess. Oh. Oh, okay. But this... Oh, was that supposed to be a closing animation? I guess the graphics in here are probably... I don't know if they're meant to be final or whatever. It wasn't really obvious that was the door closing. Kind of looked more like it was opening. So he said the first floor, meaning not the ground floor. Okay. Alright. Is this a door? It is a door. Oh. Alright, I guess these are stairs. I guess this one's down and this one's up. Presumably. Okay, here we are. I will wait outside if you need me. I'll be able to reset the door access if you want to clean it several times. By the way, if you go outside the building, it's ugly and there's nothing to do. If you plan on taking fresh air, do it last. Alright, go in and sample the place for me, will ya? Sure. At least I can talk to you again. Interesting.
Game saved.
Game saved. So I like the little transition screen there. It was kind of weird how it did an animation twice, but kind of seems a little nice. There's a little sense of polish. So I guess we're in a room now. It's got a number of doors here. I don't know if any of this is randomized or meant to be randomized at some point. Is this a staircase? It's just wooden planks in the floor, I guess. Let's take a moment to double check things here. Alright. Let's get that cursor out of here. Alright. So... Alpha blocked. Is this a... Alright, the icon looks like a door. Oh, that guy above me is he's got like a mask, but it's flashing on and off. That's weird. It's very weird. Alright, so I pulled what looks like a TV off of the shelf. Oh, I'm carrying it. Okay. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing exactly at this point. Alright, I can put it on the ground. Phone car, manual alarm, activate tag zone. Check concealer availability. Hey, you need to pick up, get the items ready. I will get them soon. Yo, what the heck is this? Clear. Well then, what do I do with it after it's clear? I just like bring it out. I don't really understand. Well, let's alpha blocked. This is open. Looks like a box with some squares going into it. Oh, it's a little medicine cabinet. Oh, so we can steal some drugs here. It looks like. So there's little numbers. Don't know if I meant to assume that 2 is better than 1. Oh, it's got a little escape. I like how you can go to the bottom to escape. That's kind of quirky and cool. I guess I'll just take... Do I just take anything, or... Just like ignore the ones, because it's kind of a juicy effect here. Alright. So I don't know, it doesn't look like there's like an inventory button or anything like that. Alright, so he did mention that small items don't need to be cleared, I guess, so do I just take everything I want out of this? Oh, it refilled itself. I don't think it's supposed to do that. So you do have to wait a second for the square to like settle on the next slot before you can press the button to take the thing. Mildly inconvenient, so it looks like we're dropping some frames here for some reason. I don't know why. It's a little strange. Ooh, there it goes. Well, there's a person in here. I don't know what would happen. I presume you don't want to like just run into someone while you're robbing a place. I'm curious to check what would happen, but I also kind of don't want to fail, so I don't know. Alpha block now. Looks like there's a butterfly collection there or something. So yeah, it's not really clear to me which things are snap door debug open. Now when it says debug open, does that mean that's only intended for debug and not for actual gameplay? I don't know. Whoa. Attack. Okay, we're doing a battle screen for this inanimate object apparently. Magi Special. So this is debug, protect. Guess that's supposed to be like defend yourself, maybe? Alright, so I don't speak this language, but that's alright. Looks like left and right is to select the thing. However, these are oriented vertically, so it's a little unintuitive, but kind of figured it out accidentally. So I'm attacking this for 44. Oh, come on. So one of the things that can be really annoying in any RPG style turn-based battle system is when you end up missing a lot. So I'd be very careful about the whole concept of accuracy. If you are going to use accuracy in your game, just try to make sure that it's a rare thing if you miss, unless there's like a really good reason otherwise, because it really can be very annoying pretty quickly. So I have a heat bar at the bottom there, a life bar, energy bar. I don't see any kind of... Okay, I unlocked that. I don't see like hit points for these drawers or anything. Let's try... Alright, looks like we don't have that. Looks like we don't have that. Missed again. I think I can just keep attacking until I run out of heat, and then at that point it's going to make me stop for a while or something. Or it's just not going to let me do it again. maybe that's just not implemented yet, which is entirely possible. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep mashing attack. I do notice it kind of takes a while to get rid of these. So one thing I would suggest is for this sort of thing, if it's like the first encounter that the player is having in a game, it makes a lot of sense to make it go faster. Kind of make it a little more of a instant gratification sort of thing. Just because it's their first experience and not really a reason to make it take much time. The other thing is that you could... Battle spoils nothing. Oh, that's too bad. All that effort for nothing. Oh, it's open now. What is this thing on the right? Some kind of cell phone that's worn. Oh, well, this is completely different. Some kind of hacking game going on here. I don't know. Is this supposed to be... What's the goal? I don't know what the goal is. It's weird to me that... Yeah, I don't know what anything is here. Disarm and loot. Alright, we got into this. Alright, so let's talk about some things briefly. It's a little weird to me that I originally went into this kind of RPG battle mode, and then I finished that, and then it kicked me back out, and then like when I pressed the button on the same spot, it whipped me into this other minigame. I can guess that perhaps the battle mode was meant to like unlock access to this, and then the second time I went to access it, it went into this kind of hacking minigame type of thing, and then after I complete that, then I get to loot the thing. That's all pretty unintuitive. Like the first, the intuitive expectation is after the first minigame that's gonna like complete this thing, so to have two of them is a little weird. The other thing I would question is the idea of the RPG battle minigame, if that's meant to be... Like, I don't know how interactive that's planned to be, if you're supposed to like also take damage from what you're interacting with. I think it's really cute, the idea of going into like a turn-based battle just to break open some drawers, because it's just silly. So I actually like that, but at the same time, like if it was always just really mundane like that, I think, you know, having to go through all that just to complete a simple action would be probably pretty ridiculous in the end, if like I had to go through the whole game doing that. So I think it'll be important to, if you're going to include that, to make that aspect of it engaging as a game in and of itself. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what you might have planned for that. I noticed there are other things. You had specials and magic, and your player apparently has hit points and such, so I don't know if you're meant to take attacks from the inanimate objects or whatever. Could definitely be interesting. I definitely think that there's some interesting qualities with kind of this hodgepodge of different game elements brought together. If it's all done well, if every individual aspect of it can be made fun, then it could be a lot of fun for the whole game. So it's certainly interesting. Also probably a little risky, because if someone doesn't like a certain aspect of it, if they don't like the turn-based battles, or if they don't like what appeared to be a hacking minigame or whatever, that can bring down the whole game for someone. So stuff worth considering. So yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing with that sort of hacking minigame type of thing, but it was kind of cool looking. So here we got another TV, so we can clear this just like that. So what could be happening here, judging by the context-sensitive icon thing that pops up here, it could be that the first time I accessed this, it did like a bottom, like the bottom doors here, and then the second time it was like the top, like I guess cupboard doors or whatever. Again, this is really quite unintuitive that there were like two completely different things that went on here on the same space. Alpha blocked, snap door, debug open. So just debug opened it. I think that's just kind of the cheat way of doing it. Alright, so I think I'm getting it. Apparently if you open the cupboards in this place, you have to like hack them for some reason. There's some kind of advanced security in this place, which involves hacking, but the breaking is the snap. I don't know, for some reason you have to snap a drawer or whatever. I don't know, I'm just going for the lower numbers or something here. But for some reason there's a snap drawer element with the battle mode, and then there's like an open. When you open it, you have to do a hacking thing. I don't know why there's two different things like that. It's pretty confusing to me, but the concepts are interesting for sure. It's just kind of like unintuitive. So I don't know if I'm only meant to like get the drugs and the TVs. I know there's a person over here. Am I supposed to avoid this person with stealth or whatever? Oh, I can open these. I don't know what these are, benches or something? There's a bench. Now what if, oh, there's some collision right here, below me right here, that I can't walk over for some reason. It's a little strange. Hello? Oh, I can talk to this person. Okay, final game will have civilians in the houses. You'll also have to have a search level and tackle troops trying to stop you. Sounds intense. So presumably this just isn't implemented, like you can't interact with these people, okay. What is that? Oh no, he's blocked me in. Thank you. Alright, so you can close the door, but you have to get in the right space. I was in here already. I don't think there's anything I can do in here. Alright, so looks like we just got two TVs and a couple of these cupboards here. Some interesting presentation too. I mean, most of the graphics are very simple, but some of these elements are kind of neat, so I like the little cell phone thing. Loot later. So I guess that's about it for this place. Again, I don't know what we're meant to do with the TVs. I brought them into this thing, which means they're cleared, but then it's like they're still in here. Am I supposed to carry them out somehow? Do I just leave? Phone call. Didn't seem to work. You won't be able to return until things calm down. Manual alarm. That's fun. Oh, I can't move until I turn it off? Oh, I have to push B, so that's a little unusual. Usually after you select an item, it would kick you back out of the menu, so I don't know if that was an oversight, maybe. But yeah, everyone's freaking out. It's got some interesting strategic possibilities with being able to do this kind of thing. like how everyone just runs around randomly. Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and... oh wait. One more thing. There's a computer here, but I can't interact with it. It's kind of funny how it's facing the wall. Alright, let's go ahead and leave. I don't know what else to do at this point. Oops. Everything good? Okay, protecting containers. Steal the item safely. What is the tag zone? Result of displaying a virtual zone where you can scan your big items. By connecting to a capable device such as house intercoms, the Magnus network can trigger the tag zone, providing there's enough computability power on the network. Okay, so, that's meant to suggest it's locked. I might guess that that's all you're meant to do so far. Again, I don't really, like, I don't know where the items are supposed to go or anything. I can presume the small items just go into like an inventory somewhere, whereas the big items, I'm a little confused about what you're meant to do with them. Obviously, you're supposed to clear them first, and then you can carry them. I don't know what else to do if you're supposed to carry them out or something. It's like we can go to different floors here. That's cool. I did mention there's an outside, but there's nothing there apparently. So here's the ground floor. We got some soda dispensers, and this should be outside. Alright. It's kind of cool. So big empty space. Looks like it does end up here. Oh, he did mention... I wish there was a pause menu. I guess that's not implemented yet. I'd like to tweak the settings a little. There was a setting that said auto run. Ooh. Wait a minute, how did I do that? Oh, the Y button. What does this mean? Status. Test text to describe that hero. Okay, what else is here? Leather belt, zip jacket glued, baklava. Or balaklava? Alright, so we got all sorts of RPG stats and things. We got some equipment apparently. We got formation. Options, save game. Always. Oh, look at that. Options. Be nice if this was on like a pause menu rather than in like an in-game menu. But knowing it's here is okay too. So if I try that, is that gonna... Alright, so it's not running. It might also like... I don't know if that means run in like the RPG battle sense, like you run from the battle. Or it's just whenever, maybe it's not implemented or something. Fin du jeu. So I think this is French. I don't know what that means. All items default. Oh, there we go. So this is our inventory of stuff. Cool. Okay, I think these are the TVs. So I think those are the two TVs that I cleared, but they were still like staying in the apartment, so it's kind of weird. Nonetheless, it's cool that it's in the little inventory here. So that's very interesting. So yeah, apparently there's nothing to do in the outside here, but at least I found this menu. I don't remember if I could get into that. I'm pretty sure I tried that button before when I was like in the house or whatever it was, apartment or something. but maybe I'm mistaken. So I'm just gonna try real quick, like. Actually, I think that's really slow, it seems, so let's just do this. And I can't just go in there unless... Normally you need to spend some time before I get safe again. But for the demo, I'll reset right now. Fuel, reset it according to transport level. I don't know what the fuel is here.
Game saved.
It's a really weird sound. What was I gonna check? Oh, right. Oh, this does open. Huh. I must have just missed it. Interesting. Alright, so I think we've seen about all we're gonna see from the demo here. I actually think it's really cool. I like the types of systems. They seem like kind of a bunch of random things that have been kind of rammed together into this game concept, but I think they actually work together nicely, and I think that they can be made to kind of fit together cohesively into this sort of theme. There's obviously a lot that hasn't been implemented yet, and it does seem very ambitious, but you know, what's here already is feeling pretty decent. It's got a decent level of polish, or it at least is feeling like it has some amount of polish so far. But yeah, there's a lot that hasn't been implemented. There's a lot of ambition in the design here, so it's one of those things where you know, worry a little bit that maybe it'll be a lot to kind of get there. That being said, the developer seems to be working on it pretty consistently, so hopefully they'll keep going and reach their goals. There's like an awful lot of things, all the inventory, and you know, when you start talking about things like player equipment, or having like different, it looks like you're meant to have different party members and everything, it's like an awful lot of stuff to implement. That being said, yeah, I think the concepts in general could come together to make something pretty nice. It's pretty interesting. And I do find it engaging. So I definitely will be interested to see where this goes in the future. It'll probably take an awful lot of work, but if you can pull it off, this should be pretty fun, I think. So I like the concept. Stealing all this stuff, kind of sneaking around the people and everything, could be pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of it's still up in the air because you just have to kind of see how you plan to implement things in the future. So I'd like to be able to give more feedback on those things, but we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. But yeah, hopefully there's some useful information in this video. I think there's a few things here and there that were pretty confusing. Weren't very many, but just kind of a couple things that I thought were pretty unintuitive, which I mentioned already, so hopefully that's useful to know. Other than that, I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next video.